draft, and also possibly playing in Historic, and I might open up 50 booster packs on MTG Arena. So the reason why I want to talk about this in the order of operation that I am is because there's going to be a possible banning. Well, actually, there is going to be a banning coming up next week. And it's speculatively, could it be Lotus Cobra? Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, add 1 mana of any color. By the way, if you want to see gameplay, just fast forward a little bit through the video and get to the gameplay. But I want to talk about this for a second. So it's a very unhealthy part of the game. If we're already going to have a banning, you have to understand, the fall set is like Magic the Gathering's New Year's, right? That's their birthday, right? This is their baby. And the thing about it is, if we're already going to have a banning already before the set officially releases, this week, and if we're already going to have a banning, like a weekend after the release, I don't know what to say. So Lotus Cobra, whenever land enters the battlefield, if you're unfamiliar, under your control, add 1 mana of any color. Doesn't do much in the early game, but like in the mid game, like turn 3, turn 4, turn 5, this can become crazy. But others think it might actually be Omnath. Now let's bring Omnath in here. Let's make him or her a little bit bigger. And it self-identifies as an elemental, so we'll just do that. But anyway, so this thing is just pretty insane. I mean, now, during the early access event of Zendikar Rising, which I played in, we play tested versus Omnath quite a bit. Versus it, not with it. And we just beat the bricks off of it. Our rogue deck was 8-2. You can check out that video right on YouTube. Now, the thing about it is that people were trying to do, Genesis Ultimatum with Terror of the Peaks, with Omnath, with Lotus Cobra, and we just beat it. We just beat the bricks right off them. Lotus Cobra can die. I mean, let's go back to, but Omnath is the one that's hard to kill. It's a 4/4 for 4, and when a land enters the battlefield under your control, you gain 4 to life. And then so that's pretty big. If it was the first time. If it's the second time, you add 4 mana. And if it's the third time, it deals 4 damage to each opponent and each planeswalker you don't control. Now, very important, this is kind of a card that could be used kind of in a brawl commander style, because notice it says each opponent and each planeswalker. So it's not a target opponent. It meant that this card was designed not only to be played in a singular game, but was also meant to be played in a multiplayer game, because it says each opponent. With that being said, you drop 2 lands on the battlefield and you gain 4 life and you add 4 mana. So which one's the problem? Look, I've done a lot of Historic because of the Mythic qualifier that just happened recently, and also been doing drafting. I haven't really been in standard play the last couple of weeks, so I can't tell you precisely what it would be. But I'd imagine that one of these gots to go. And then the second part about this is the rogue mill decks. Is it flash decks? I mean, honestly, they're really aggro, really fast. And so here's going to be the thing all over again. You ban Omnath or you ban Lotus Cobra. Okay, fine. You do that. Everybody's going to be cheering like this, But the thing about it is that at that rate, it's like, it's kind of like, and here we go again. I mean, okay, you ban one of those cards, and then what happens? The mill aggro takes over. So if they ban one of these cards, they have to look at what the next best threat's going to be, and that next threat would be something in the mill rogue deck. So it's just going to be a cat chasing its tail. Remember when they banned Fires of Intervention? Wilderness Reclamation took over. Okay, they banned Wilderness Reclamation. Sultai takes over. And pretty much a lot of people backed out of Standard at that point with sultai just taking over. They just backed out. Then they went into historic, and then you get into historic, then all you see is freaking turn 4 goblin kill, sultai to try to control it, and just the same 5 decks. So it was like standard all over again, going into historic. So then people are like, is there any format on MTG Arena that you can play in? I mean, is there anything that you can play in without seeing the same 4 to 5 decks over and over and over and over again? And so, in my opinion, that's why we're drafting and going to be playing in historic in this video, because, look, I mean, I feel bad also. Like, I bought 2 booster boxes of Zendikar, and I'm scared to open them. You know, what if I open a Lotus Cobra and an Omnoth and they're banned? Right? I mean, this is not healthy. Because you have to understand, when this whole virus is over with, which is probably looking like it'll be over with in about, 5 months, 4 to 5 months here, people are going to go back to physical play, and all the cards that got banned, people are going to be tired of losing their money. They're going to get tired of it. It's just going to be, they're just going to be tired of it. You can only suffer so many losses before people are just like, you know what? I mean, I don't know. Because without the physical players, you don't have MTG Arena. You don't have it. But anyway, we're going to jump into gameplay here. We're going to go ahead and ET phone home. I guess we'll play in a draft. I guess I'll cough up with some change. But yeah, those are some big issues. And all right, so don't like that part. All right. Ooh. Speaking of mill, I guess we'll take that, right? Mill 8 cards. I don't want to main of any color. Spend this mana to cast on a cleric, rogue, or wizard. I guess we'll go with a blue-black mill, or we can go with blue-green. Let's grab that. Wow. Okay. So this card right here is kind of like Glimpse the Unthinkable. Alright. Just waiting for our opponent. Waiting for our fellow players to draft. All right. What are they doing? Ordering a pizza? All right. Whew, guys. We are just getting the cards. Yeah, we'll take that land. At least for our collection, we're getting cards. Take that. Yep, whenever this deals damage to a player, that player mills a card. Yep. So we're going to go for the whole mill rogue thing. Okay, so everybody's ordering a pizza. Yeah. So, and we're looking like a Rimrock night. Yeah. That's everybody's 2020, baby. Arg. Alright, here you go. Alright, target opponent reveals their hand. He may choose a card from it with conversion cost 3 or greater. That player discards a card. That's actually pretty good. Oh, here's a rogue. Whenever it enters the battlefield, target player mills 2 cards. So we will go with that. Enchant a land. Enters the battlefield, draw a card. Enchant land loses all land types and abilities and has add 1 and pay 1 life. Add 1 mana. I don't like that card. You're basically giving them a city of brass. Yo, just a 4/3 for 4. Not bad. He's a warrior. We'll just go with that one. Ooh, the squid. Return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. If the spell is kicked, instead return 2 creature cards from your... Alright, you know what? Let's just take it. Who knows? Oh, the squid. Oh, yeah. Squid time, baby. That squid is really good. This is also really good, too. When it enters the battlefield, up to 1 target creature you control gets -2/-0. Control mills 2 cards. This is really good, too. When this enters the battlefield attached to a creature you control, it gains flying. It's really good in draft. Crap. We'll take this one. We'll take this guy. He's a 7/5. He does cost 7, but this spell costs 1 less they cast for each creature in your party, so it's not that bad. We're gonna have to win with flying here, so just in case we get into white there. Counter creature or planeswalker unless it's draw base 2. If it has 8 or more cards in it, instead counter that spell, then scry 2. I just picked it for us. The heck? Alright. The next instant sorcery spell you cast this turn costs X less to cast, or X is the number of wizards you control as this ability resolves. I'm not a big fan of this card. Look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may reveal instant or sorcery from among them. Put 1 in your hand. I mean, it's... No, I'd rather get a flying rogue here. Ooh. How'd that get through? Every cast instant sorcery spell. Okay, here's a 3/2 flyer. Yeah, we're just gonna rare take him. Yeah. This guy got through? Okay. Let me see here. Here's a 4/5. Here's a 5/4. You know, this is pretty good for draft right here. 5/4. When land enters the battlefield under control, he's indestructible to end a turn. How are these making it through, though? I really want to take that from my collection so bad. But we're probably going to have to pull this guy, the Death Worm. So I really want to take that from my collection, that 3/3. But we have to go with what's the good for the deck. Okay, this card just kind of sucks. Alright, wow, there's not much here. Wow, we're getting screwed here. We're off to the races. Squids, milling. All right. Yeah, 4/3 for 4. We'll have to take it. Oh, here's a squid. There's also a 3/3 bat. Because when you play with rogues, you kind of want to win in the air. But we'll take a squid. Nobody likes rares in front of me. Who's ever in front, like, they don't... how's this falling to number 7? Like, alright. Yeah, we're just gonna have to take this flyer. Alright, I'll take the rare. It's not gonna do us any good right here. Okay. Tap to hurt a creature, mills 2 cards. Yeah, but if they ban Lotus Cobra, that's just... okay, so we get a flyer right here. We'll take them. He or her. I'm not a big fan of this card, but we'll just take it. We'll put Riptide. Take that. But yeah, if they ban Lotus Cobra, or anything in Zendikar, it's just gonna be a bad mark on. So here's this thing. Okay. Well, with this one right here, like, this is good right here. Give a creature flying, equip it. But a 4/4 flyer right here. I mean, that's really well we want to go there. Really good picks right here that we have. We have a 3/2, a 2/3, but it gets 3+0 as long as it has 8 more cards in their graveyard. We do have a couple millers right here. We have this. We do need to get more millers. Alright, so it's going to be between this one and this one. Yeah, we'll take that. So let's see, how many creatures do we have? 17? When it enters the battlefield, if it was kicked, create 2 tap tokens that are copies of Relic. Add 1 mana to your... You know, if Lotus Cobra gets banned or something like that, this could be a card that could see some play. But we have to take that. Yeah, there's really nothing here for us, so we'll just take that. Sacrifice another creature, put a +1/+1 counter on Shadow Cat. Whenever creature control dies with +1/+1 counter on it, draw a card. Yeah, let's just beat them down with rogues. Still with the flying. Creature punch rolls get -2/-0. How many kick? Do we have any? We don't really have any kickers. No. Let's take this guy. Oh, we're taking the squid. Oh yeah, look at those squids. Alright, what's scaring me here is that... Okay, we're gonna take this. Creature gets flying. Here's a flying creature. We're not getting... We kind of bottom out on rogues. Like... I was sitting there like pumping my chest, like yeah, and then they just want the crap. Oh, like this is no problem. It's gonna be over with. We're gonna walk out of there, just kick them in the crotch. We're out. Boom. And it's like nope. But no. So if they ban Lotus Cobra, as people are ordering a pizza when they're drafting, it's gonna... Think about it. The official release of Zendikar is actually this week. So, if Lotus Cobra goes, or Omnoth, it's gonna be really horrible. Like, I know I have 2 boxes. I guess we'll just take that. Let's take that. I have 2 boxes of Zendikar, and I'm like, do I even want to open it? Because what if they ban Cobra and Omnoth, or one of them? It's like... And then the problem with that is you have to make sure you're banning other cards that are going to be threats. Because we don't want to get into... And that's what's gonna happen. If they ban something and they underban... So, like, for a great example, when they ban Wilderness Reclamation... Or, excuse me, Fires of Intervention, Wilderness Reclamation took over. Then when they banned Wilderness Reclamation and Teferi, Sultai took over, right? So, it's like a cat chasing its tail. Right? It's like a hamster in a hamster wheel, really. You're just chasing your bannings. And so, they got to make sure they don't overban a card. Because when they banned Teferi Time Raveler with Wilderness Reclamation, I think that was an overban. Like, Teferi Time Raveler was annoying as crap in Standard, but that controlled Sultai. Like, Blue-White Control and Bant Control help control Sultai. Well, when they banned Teferi Time Raveler, like 6 weeks ago, that's why Sultai took over. Because they dismantled the Bant deck and the Blue-White Control deck. And so then Sultai took over. It just took over the format. Then people went to Historic, and then... It was the same 4 to 5 decks. Goblins, Radicos, Jund, and Sultai. So we got to be careful that if they ban Lotus Cobra or Omnoth, they got to look at, well, what other deck is going to take over. Because we got to... Or else it's just going to be, we're going to ban this card. Then a month later, we're going to have to do another banning. And then another banning. And then another ban. And then we're just replicating what we've done the last year and a half. And that's got to stop. So if they are going to ban Lotus Cobra or Omnoth, in my opinion, they need to look at the very next thing. And, yeah. Because if not, we're just back to where we were. Alright, so... Let me work on the deck quickly here. Let me do something for 1 second. Alright, so far as the deck, let's see here. 22 creatures. Alright, I wish we got more of these right here. counter that, or get rid of that. How many rogues do we have? 7 rogues. Okay. Tap target creatures, control mills 2 cards. Yeah, Risen Riptide just sucks in the deck. We don't really have any kicker spells. Right. I really want to win in the air, as evidenced by this tattoo creature gets fly. Alright, we got Maddening Cacophony. You know, like Rimrock Knight, like if you look at Rimrock Knight, I think those are like 2 cards that we could just, like, look at Rimrock Knight, like everybody, like the beginning of 2020 was like this. You know, nobody shaved, everybody came out looking like this, like, arr. And I think the way 2020 is going now, I think it's like a Maddening Cacophony. Yeah. Everybody's like having a hood over their head, fall's coming, they're squeezing their head. Yeah. I think that's what it's looking like. Alright. Alright, so we gotta make 1 cut. Actually, before I make that cut. Oh yeah. Let's see, so 13-9. Take out an island, put in this bad boy. Rare drafting. Alright, but one's gotta go. 21 creatures. Maybe this guy gets the cut. I don't know, he does pretty well in draft, though. Yeah, Cacophony time. So we got some mill in here. If we got more rogues, like this, when it enters the battlefield, opponent mills 2. If we had just like maybe like 2 more of these. When this comes in play, you have a creature -2/-0, then mill 2. I'd probably feel comfortable just getting rid of this. Tap target creature, it's controlled, mills 2 cards. That creature doesn't untap, draw a card. But since we don't, this would stay in. Although that's, I don't know, that's pretty good. You know what, actually, let me take this out. Let's see. Either this one goes, so it's a 2/1. I don't know. I'll take this out. So we're at 20 creatures, 2.9 curve, and we'll wing it. Oh, here we go. But yeah, they're either gonna ban Cobra or Omnoth or something. Monday or Tuesday. It's like, hey everybody, Zendikar released, and we are gonna ban a card already. It doesn't matter. During the early access event that I got to Zendikar, we crashed the server twice with the Scoot Swarm. Yeah. Alright, so for this game, we got Maddening Cacophony. Everybody's fall of 2020 coming up. Grabbing your head with a hoodie on. We got a Squid. Q. A Blood Priest. A Sky Dancer. Alright, is everybody ordering pizzas or what? You know? What are they doing? All right. Well. Anyway, I would encourage people, if you're, you know, Modern's a pretty good format. Alright, so hopefully they didn't get disconnected, because I really want this squid to take over. Alright. They do go first. Alright, come on, guy, you're killing my video here. I gotta keep on talking. I'm sure my voice is cool, but people want to see gameplay. And you're really going to hurt me in my editing. I'm going to have to edit this video. Or did the shuffler, did the arena server get them?
Let's put a smile on that face.
And it did. God, I'm gonna have to edit that out. Well, I can't edit it out because I got the Joker in there. At least I did something. Hey, we have the Maddening Cacophony in our hand. That's what happens. Well, I always said going first doesn't take skill, and your opponent losing to the server, you know, you winning with to the server takes no skill either, so we just go to game 2. I know, right? What a game. Alright, we go first, and we got, oh, look at this. No squids, though. No oh, the Maddening Cacophony's in our opening hand, too. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Oh, there's no getting around this. Mill 8 cards, baby. Mill another one. Okay, what deck is he playing? Okay, so he's just playing blue-green. Just kill you stuff. Alright. That's a 2/2. Your kick spells cost 1 less to cast. Whenever you cast a kick spell, put a +2. What's cool about milling somebody too is you actually get to see their deck. Alright, so we do need a mana. Ooh, right on schedule. Cute. Alright, and yeah, we'll end our turn. Alright, well, see, milling can really disrupt an opponent, though, because, look, we took a lot of blue mana right out of them, right? So that leads to disruption. And that's why when we played Rogue Mill, and I have that video up, the Rogue Mill deck, we beat the bricks off of Lotus Cobra and all the Swarm decks. Because you mill them and you disrupt their whole crap, and then you just beat them in the air really quickly. Let's dance, baby. Sky Dancer. Well, 2. All right. Let's drop that down. 2/2. That's just cool to have right here. Really good for limited. Put on a creature, get some fly. Yeah, and he's getting crushed. No blue mana because we took a lot of blue out of there. Oh, that's a good one. Put 2+1/+1 counters on target creature. Target creature gains X life, or target player gains X life for X is the toughest among creatures in control. Target creature fights. Okay. Well, that changed the game quite a bit. That was a monster card. He's gonna slide up in there for 5. Alright, we'll take it. Before he draws that card, let's mill for 2. It's a 3/3. He's got flash. Actually, I wonder if I should have hit him for more. Pass the blockers. Now, if he's got anything to buff this up, that was a bad block. Alright. Ooh. So we're literally gonna have to mill him to win. Or not. Ooh, this game turned pretty quickly. Dang it. Ooh, how the tables turned. Yep, well, we're forced to block that. Oh. Do the whole good game, do the whole salute. We get kicked in the crotch, and we're out. Alright, so 1-1. I thought we had him with the Cacophony. But we did not. So I don't know. What do you think gets banned? Omnoth? Lotus Cobra? The thing with Lotus Cobra, he dies to a cold. You can sneeze and kill it. You know, like red can kill it, green can kill it, black can kill it. It's blue, you can say, if you're playing blue, you're playing with counter spells. But it's pretty darn good, though. Yeah, I thought we were going to win with a Cacophony, but we failed to do it. We were off to the races, but we just... We just didn't... Oops, let me bring in... We just didn't have the goods at the end of the day. Alright, so let's go back to the draft. And, yeah, here we go. But yeah, I thought we had them. But yeah, hopefully we won't see bannings like we did this past year. Dear God. But historic also, if there needs to be a for sure banning, historic, the goblins, Jesus. It's like a turn 4, turn 5 kill. All right. So we go first. I didn't think I had 2 Tempest, Living Tempest, did I? Alright, well, I guess I did. Alright, so we got 2 of these little buggers. So all flyers. The most powerful card in the game, an island. I'm just joking. Alright, we don't have anything double black in here, do we? Let's pass the turn. Oh yeah, it's mill time. Don't counter it. 10. This beautiful Expedition Diviner. It's not really beautiful, it's a 4-dropper, it's a 3/2 flyer. This is actually pretty good. Tap another untapped rogue, and it can't be blocked. Whenever this deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. Pretty good, I'd say. But we're gonna bring him down. He's a 4/4 flyer. But that's really good. Alright, I'm gonna return that back to my hand. card. All right. We'll try the 4/4 again. All right, slide up in there for 3. And we'll, oh yeah, I guess he does become a land. Really good card, actually. Wow, I didn't even pay attention to that. So he's got that dude. Got some Merfolk rogue action going on. Alright, he just doesn't like this card, does he? He's got counter spells, so let me drop a 3/3 in there. So again, we have to win in the air. Alright, so that goes back. See how this card can really take over the game. Because we haven't milled him, so far he's had a 3-card advantage so far this game because of this card just right here. So he had a pretty good draft. So this is another, if you're thinking about building blue-white, and you... Yeah, and you can't block it. Attack with both those. Let's see here. He's got Menace. Let's drop him down. And we can always drop him down with Flash. See, this card, you can't cast more than 1 spell each turn. I really thought this would see more play. Non-basic lands your opponents control enter the battlefield tapped. Whenever land enters battlefield control, these creatures get +1/+1. So all he would need is a return spell. It takes 6. I'd have to kill him. Yeah, we'll take it. Alright. thought some voodoo was gonna happen there. Okay. All right. So that was a close game. Jeez. They don't make it easy. Well, we're really 1-1 because the person quit. So we'll take the win, and we'll go on to, yeah, try to play our next match. That's why I think a lot of people are also drafting as well, because I don't know. Let's see. Oh, here's a squid. Look at that squid. Alright, go for the blue. Here's a 2/1. It's the cleric, rogue, warrior, and wizard. You can pay 2, add 1 mana. Very similar to the card Prismite from M20. No, it's not worth the attack here. We'll just drop this down. Mill for 2. I think we might have helped him out because he wasn't getting land there. Pretty cool. When it is battlefield, target creature is +1/+1 until end turn for each creature in your party. It's a 5/6. I'll have to take it. I know we have this, but we're gonna have to wait on that one. We can cast a 7/5 for 5. Because mill, unless we weren't able to complete the full mill deck, so you really have to use mill as more of a like disruptor and win with creatures. Now, he could have the one card that our creatures get -2, -0 until end of turn. Or he could have creatures get +2, +1 until end of turn. So I want to get that out of his hand. So I'm gonna do that. Because I think he's got that card in his hand. I could have been wrong, but if I would have blocked and he would have had that card, the game would have been over. Alright, bring down a 7/5. Because there's a card in white. It's 1 colorless, 1 white. Creature gets +1/+1. If you pay its kicker cost, your creatures get +2/+1. Alright, Master of the Winds. So when it enters battlefield, draw a card, discard a card. The main thing is when they cast instant or sorcery, they can change it to a 1/4 to a 4/1. Oh, look at this. We got the Cacophony. We can give it kicker. I'll attack with the 7/5. Ooh, he takes it. See right here, we can use Maddening Cacophony with his kicker, mill half his deck. But honestly, I think we're better off playing the 3/3 flyer here. I think that's what we do. Okay. Because with the way he's playing, he was aggressive at first. Really aggressive. He takes 2 damage. To see here. That's a rogue. So let's drop this down. Rot meow. Jump back down. So he'll lose 3, we'll gain 3. Brings him down to 4. We'll come sliding up there with a 4/3. Okay. Now, if we mill him for half his deck, we're only going to mill him 11. If we just do this, it'd be 8. We'll end the turn. We'll kicker this guy. Try to anyway. It's 4 on 4. Creature -2, -0. See if I attack, he'll block this to that. That. That to that. Yeah, we would just be walking to a death trap. He's got death touch. Bring him down, give him -2, -0, mill him for 2 cards. Oh yeah, Maddening Cacophony. Let's see. See, if we would have cast the Cacophony for the madness cost, or excuse me, the madness, the kicker, we would have only milled like, what do you have, 21? Yeah, he had 20 cards, so we only would have milled like 1 more card. All right, yeah, we'll eat the 3. Okay, so that's where he attacked. He's got 3 creatures untapped. We have 5 attackers. So he's got to have something in his hand. He has to. Because if we attack with everything, well, he could take. He could take 3. And we would lose some creature bait. We would lose some creatures here. We'll end the turn. So he's got 10 cards left in his library. Yeah, we'll take it. No blocks. I'm going for 2 more. Yeah, I'm really shocked he attacked. I don't know why he attacked with 3/3. It was throwing me off the whole game. I thought he was holding on to like another flash creature, or he had like a ramp spell in his hand. It was just something. But either way, we will take that. And we'll go into the next match. Oh, we got the Maddening Cacophony again. Take that. Keep. And we got the squid. Throw down our island with 40. Alright. Look at that squid. So he's playing black-white. Okay. Oh no, we'll take the 2. Not coughing up the squid. Alright, so whenever it gains life, we lose a life. Drop that down. As long as our opponent has 8 or more cards in their graveyard, he gets +2/+0, or +3/+0. That's a pretty good card. Alright. When it enters battlefield, draws a card. We're gonna go black here. We're gonna mill him for 8. This guy he becomes a 5/3. Oh, but he's gonna fly, baby. He's got wings. If an opponent has 8 or more cards in their graveyard, he gets +3/+0, and he's got menace as well. Actually, I should have gave the squid flying. Dang it. No blocks. Play a land. Attach that to the squid. And we'll end our turn. It's got lifelink, and if he kicks it, he can return a creature card from his graveyard to the battlefield. Pretty cool. Turn. Oh, I forgot this had a lifelink. Forgot about that. Yep, I forgot about that. See, that really hurt us. We'll just drop this land down because it feels good. Drop this down. Let's see if we attack with these two. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 attackers. Only have 3 blockers. Yeah, I can't attack. He'd kill us. Yikes. See, it's this combo right here. So whenever he gains life, each opponent loses a life, and this has a life link. See, so that was that combo. Womp womp womp. So what are we down to? 3 and 3 and 2. Let me see them for a second. Alright, so let's jump in. Let's see if we can go 5 and 3. Be positive. I think we got in that Maddening Cacophony every single game. I think we have. I think we've gotten it every single game, like opening hand. But as you can see, we just didn't get enough other mill cards to make this really like a solid, just mill deck. Look, we got the Maddening Cacophony. Is this? I think that's 5 games in a row. The only problem is our opponent has gone first the majority of the games. So we've got the Cacophony, but they go first. Alright. Oh, we got the squid. We got squids, cacophonies. Drop the priest. We'll drop the squid. Look at that. Every opening hand. We've had Maddening Cacophony. People's fall. This will be your winner in fall 2020. You have your hoodie on. You'll be grabbing your head. All right. No blocks. Alright, so attack for 3. So he definitely has a life gain synergy going on. Wouldn't be surprised if he had that 3/2 whenever you gain life, it deals 1 damage. Wouldn't be surprised if he did that. Which is a really good card. Consider, if you look at M20, Epicure of Blood was a 5-drop 4/4 vampire that did that did the same exact thing. End the turn. So that is our hand. Yep, exactly what I just talked about. So I kind of telegraphed that. Whenever you gain life, each opponent loses 1 life. See, I told you had like a life gain theme. Wow. I'm more accurate at predicting things than Sylvia Brown. Alright, we'll chop that in for black. Alright, and we'll drop the 4/3 in there. Kill that, take 4. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna wait on those attacks there. Bring another one down. A 4/3 for a 4 is not bad. I don't know how I feel about these things. Yeah, you kill a creature, but you lose life. It's that mana cost. No blocks. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. Have land. Drop this down. Make that fly. The Cacophony. And if my voice is too loud or the gameplay's too loud, let me know. You know, and I'm really shocked this card doesn't see more play. Well, I guess the way the format is right now with Baneslayer Angel. So creature spells with flying cost 1 less to cast. Is a 2-drop for a 2/2 flyer. Then whenever another creature with flying enters the battlefield under your control, it gets +1/+1 until end of turn. And what I'm saying with that is really quick with, we'll just grab something like this. Flip everything around. With Baneslayer. Flying, first strike, lifelink. Protection from demons and dragons, I don't know the value there. It protects you from Terror of the Peaks. But, you know, you drop down that 1 flyer I just showed, you're able to bring this down, you know, turn 4, turn 3. It's the best flyer that's in the game, in Standard. So I'm really surprised that a deck like that hasn't really shown up. Oops. If you look on the channel with the rogue deck that I played in, that I built, like flying wins. Like quick flying Our opponent goes first yet again. Alright, which is a huge advantage. So we don't have the Cacophony. But we got the Squid. We got the 2/1 flyer, the 3/3 flyer. But us going second's really crushing us here. Alright, so this is pretty good. I mean, it's a good limited card. It's got a 2/4 body. It's a big body. And you can add one and whenever you kick a spell. So we're gonna have to we're just gonna have to mill for 2. And hopefully we just disrupt him enough. A land and negate. Nice little card right there. Yep. Move to attack. Attack with 3/2 Squid. Now let's bring this down. Because we're gonna have to win through the air here. Alright, so this is an aura spell. Lands a 4/4. And when it dies, you can return to its owner's hand. Yep. Drop that down. Let's see here. He'll probably just take it. Yeah, we'll just draw it. Just bring down the 4/3. Really good card for limited. 4/3, 4/4. That's good by itself, as evidenced by just this vanilla thing that I played. But this has landfall. Whenever land enters the battlefield, it gets +2/+2. Just attack for 2 in the air. Wait, this has reach? Ah, I didn't notice. I didn't realize that. Okay. That was my bad. I didn't realize that had reach. Yep. So he has a Death Toucher. So what he was able to do is target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to target creature you don't control. Even though it was a 1/1, he was still able to kill my creature because it has Death Touch. I'll just block to that, kill that. not. Let's see. Whenever return target is from your graveyard to your hand. We might need this later down the road. If we get the Cacophony. That's got reach. Yeah, I'm gonna have to drop that down. I'm gonna have to bring him down as a creature. See, what's really cool with him, if you kick him, you can return an instant or sorcery card from your graveyard to your hand. So I was thinking about, okay, we have the, maybe we can mill him for half his deck and return a card. But I don't think we're gonna live that long. Well, okay, so if we take the damage, I can only hit him for 8 next turn, and he would kill us. Yeah, I don't see us getting out of this. Unless he just like under attacks. I don't see us getting out. Yep, so it's a good card, so he's got the game. But, you know, just for the purpose of milling, I refuse to die by that creature, and that one too. Actually, let's kill, screw that, let's kill the Death Toucher. Alright, good game. So what do we finish, 4 and 3 or 5 and 3? Four and 3. So we were able to get 1,400 gems and 3 booster packs. So plus all the cards that we got from the draft. So that was, if you can get 4 wins, it's kind of like you get, because it costs 1,500 gems to play. So you kind of win right there. right? 4 wins, that's huge. Because 3, you only get, or you only get 1,000 gems. So we're pretty much able to get everything back in 3 booster packs, pretty much. I mean, we're minus 100 gems. So you trade 100 gems for 3 packs. So you say, well, was that worth it? Well, if you go to the store for 3 packs, it would cost us 600. So in a weird way, we're like plus 500 gems. Plus all the cards that we got. Well, we could play some historic. Now that we've done a draft. Or can do another draft. I just think it's better to wait to play standard right now. You might as well earn your cards playing, and I usually give people the opposite of advice, but I think it's better to draft right now than play in standard until what we know what's going on, like early next week. Because I'd hate for you to build a deck in standard, craft all the cards, and then something gets banned. You'll get wild cards back for the banned cards, but you won't get wild cards back for the other cards that you built in the deck, right? So let's just say it's not standard illegal, but let's just say you build, it should be deck 120, yeah, 122. So let's just say you build a deck around this card, Winota. Let's say Winota gets banned. All right, let's say it gets banned. Oh look, there's our Cacophony. But if this gets banned, you'll get wild cards that will reimburse you for this, but you won't get wild cards for all the other cards that you built around the card for the deck. So right now, it's not a good time to build standard decks at this point. That's why it's better off to stay in historic or just draft and just kind of chill. At OCS, we don't know yet, but there's gonna be a banning in standard coming up here on Monday or Tuesday. They just have to wait till the weekend tournaments are over with. And it's speculated that Lotus Cobra or Omnoth or both are gonna get hammered. So, like, Wizards put out a statement and basically said that they looked at the standard, how things were going in standard, and that there's going to be, like, some type of change. So, that usually means there's going to be a ban. So, Swarm might get it. I mean, when you look at Swarm, I have a video. I have 2 videos where I actually broke the arena. It kicked me out of the game, actually. But let's just look at the Swarm for a second. This won't be the deck that it's played in. This is a historic deck, but we'll look at it. Skewed Swarm. So when a land enters the battlefield under your control, create a 1/1 green insect creature token. If you control 6 or more lands, you create another one. So, unfortunately, before Zendikar came out, I built a deck. Even before the early access event. So even before we got early access that I got, I built this deck. I played it in the early access event, and the deck just took off. If you look, I have a YouTube. I have 2 videos that'll show you. I crashed the Arena Shuffler before Zendikar even got released. During the early access, I actually crashed the Shuffler with the amount of tokens I had on the battlefield. Now, this card, it's really strong. But the argument can be made that almost every color can kill it. Because green, you got ram through, you have that might card where all green decks run it. Like every mono green creature deck runs, what's it called? Primal Might. Black has a lot of removal, red has a lot of removal. Blue's got Counterspell, Brazen Borrowers, obviously. And, so that argument can be made. But yeah, if this combo, if you get to, like, say, turn with Lotus Cobra, you can start to activate this ability early as, like, turn 5 is when it can start to get really crazy. So, it crashes the game. Like, if you're, like, the games that I played in, if you look at the decks that my opponents were playing, they weren't favorable. But yeah, I actually had somebody do this to me as well. This is actually what happened. The person, I sent them footage. I'm going to have to send them footage, excuse me. What actually happened is there's a person that goes by O'Shea, and they actually set the record for a number of tokens versus me. So I immediately reached out to them and asked them if they had footage. So I have to send them that footage still. I have to edit the video and send them the footage. Well, an hour later, I set the record. So it was kind of like a joke, we were all joking like this is gonna be like a Mimi deck, like it's gonna be like a Mimi. I had 3,000 tokens, and I still had 3 more lands to play. So like I literally would have had easily like 30,000 tokens. So yeah, the deck, like when this goes off, but like would this lose to like a pure mono red? Like mono red, Blast got so much removal, so that could be the argument for keeping this in. A lot of people are thinking it's going to be a Lotus Cobra that's going to take the hit. But then one can make the argument that you're in the same place with Lotus Cobra, right? I'll just... Because it dies pretty quickly, too, to removal. Then some people think it's Omnoth. That might get the hammer. Because Omnoth... And to be honest, outside the early access that I got, and I played standard like crazy, and I tested out all the decks that I could test out. The rogue deck, the rogue mill deck, just beat the whole Omnith, like Omnoth, Lotus Cobra, Ugin, Genesis Ultimate, like that deck where they're trying to get the Ugin and they're trying to get to Tear the Peaks. Yeah, we just beat the bricks off that deck. I mean, the rogue deck, the rogue mill deck, just embarrassed it. They didn't have enough time to get everything off, because the mill was enough to disrupt them, right? Like the mill was enough to disrupt them, and then you just beat them to death through the air really quickly. And the one card that was a devastator, what was that? What is that called? I think it was called Sin. Let's go to Zendikar. Oh, what was that card's name? Okay, so this thing right here, Nighthawk Scavenger, Flying, Death Touch, Lifelink. So this is like Termaggoyf on a flyer. So its power is equal to 1 plus a number of card types in their graveyard. So you disrupt I was able to disrupt them with Mill. Right? You're not going to beat them with Mill, but you disrupt them because they're a 3-color deck, right? So they're trying to play Ugin, Lotus Cobra, Omnoth, and they're pretty much like 3 colors. Well, milling them just like disrupts them. This thing's a beast. And then this thing right here, Sand. So you can return an unblocked attacking rogue to its owner's hand. And then this comes in a battlefield tap and attacking. And then when it deals combat damage to a player, which it will, you can put target card from their graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. So literally, if you look at that match, I literally was able to steal 3 Ugins. Literally 3 Ugins. I would attack with a flying rogue. They can't block it. I'd return a rogue back to my hand, drop this down, steal an Ugin outside their graveyard, put it right back, put it into play, and then beat them down with Ugin. They had enough horsepower to kill Ugin. We'd repeat the process all over again. So the whole point of the deck isn't to mill them to death. You mill them enough to disrupt them and put a good card in their graveyard so you can steal it, and then just beat them down with pure flyers. You know? I think what people have done is grab the deck and try to make it a mill deck. It's not supposed to be primarily a mill deck. It's supposed to be primarily a creature deck that disrupts you with mill. If it wins with mill, fantastic, but that's not the way. But yeah, that gave them problems. I didn't see any problem versus that deck. I mean, it's a tough deck, but so I don't know. So, but something's gonna go. It's either gonna be the Cobra, Omnoth, and like you said, the Swarm. And that's just gonna be horrible, because now we're back to bannings again. Now, hopefully, if they do a banning, they don't overban, but they don't underban either. So if they ban, say, Lotus Cobra or Swarm, they have to look at what is the next deck that could dominate the field. Because if they don't address that issue, you're just gonna ban a card. Something else is gonna take over, and then we're just back to where we were with all the other stuff. So, but needless to say, so we need to play Historic. Or We can try to play historic. Let's see. All right, so we got Heartless Act, Explorer, Euro Titan, and Nissa. Lead off with green. Thoughtseize. That was added in historic. It's not a historic card. It's actually a card from Pioneer Modern. All right. Drop that down since he saw it. Really good card for historic. 2/3 Death Touch, Lifelink. Really good. Let's see here. Prexing Arena, Q. Guess what game? Yeah, they're not. There's going to be a banning. They just don't know what card yet. A lot of people think Cobra is going to be on the chop-in block. Oh yeah, it's the best card in Zendikar. But let's kill this little prick. Yeah, some people think Omnoth might be banned too. Some people are, it's like, if you had to take a poll, I think 50% would probably say it's going to be Lotus Cobra. And then, I think 25% would probably say Omnoth is getting it. And the other 25% would probably say the Swarm. Scute Swarm. Play this. So
power surges through these lands.
I don't know.
Be wary of the ground you walk on.
No, let's just bring this out. He's probably got removal.
The axiomatic structure of reality.
Yeah, and I told people,
Surprisingly flexible.
let me just declare my attacks first. I told people that when we go down the 5 sets, any good card is going to look very good, and any very good card is going to look really, really, really good. I mean, there's only 5 sets in the format. Yeah, I got to get rid of that Prexian Arena. But that being said, yeah, I think Lotus Cobra would be the #1 consensus.
Reality is unwritten.
But if they do ban,
Then this is my fate.
look at this guy go. Okay, that's a little bit ridiculous. The amount of Ugins I got. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie about that.
Perfection is a journey, not a destination.
Alright. But yeah, so if they ban Cobra, they gotta look at the next deck, I guess. Or else we're just gonna be chasing our tail. Like, remember when they banned Fires of Intervention, then Wilderness Reclamation took over, then they banned that, then Sultai took over, and then nobody wanted to play the format anymore, and then people played in Historic, and then it was the same it's the same 4 decks. It was Sultai, Goblin, Jund, and Radko's Arcanist. That was it. So then people want the Historic, and they're like, oh. So if they, hopefully they don't overban, and they don't underban. Hopefully, because that's what led to Sultai taking over the format. They banned Teferi Time Raveler, and I understand Teferi Time Raveler was so annoying, but he was a necessary evil because he balanced out. He played in Bant control and blue-white control, and that controlled Sultai. So when they banned Teferi Time Raveler along with Wilderness Reclamation, I think that was an overban. It was an overreach, because then that's what gave Sultai the reign of Standard. So hopefully... Okay, and I'm playing mono black. I just keep... I'm just gonna... So yeah, so hopefully they get it right. Whatever they're gonna do. But we'll see more bannings, I think, too, because you have to understand there's a lot of new players. And a new player seeing like a turn 5, like a turn 6 Ugin, it's gonna be like, what? So there's gonna be more pressure to ban cards because I think you have a lot of players that play online, and here we go. Jump it down. All right. So let's see, y'all. We saw that, so we'll just go with Explorer. Draw a card. But Lotus Cobra is pretty good. So how can we do this? We'll play this, Growth Spiral. Play Explore. Alright. Pretty good card. At the beginning of your upkeep, you draw a card and lose 1 life. Pretty nice card. No, let me draw a card here. Let me cultivate. Just try to thin out the deck a little bit. Really good card though, Nighthawk Scavenger. Thing's a freaking Termagoyf. That flies.
I have the right to choose my own fate. And yours. Sorry.
Okay, so I get what they're doing.
boss.
Prexian Arena, kind of cool. I get it. I can dig it. All right. Let's just draw a card. One turn. All right. We'll discard Growth Spiral.
I have no interest in fighting fair.
Destroy that thing. Alright, kills that, takes 2. Alright, so we want to tap this. We have 2, 4, 6, 8.
What a strange and magnificent world. The land shall
Oops, I screwed that
conquer
up.
you.
Payback is coming.
Alright.
so weak.
Bring that down. Alright. So we kind of play that deck like a Simic ramp deck, but it's just sultai. That's how we play that one. Hold on for a second, guys. Give me a minute. Alright, so we can play another match. That's how we do there. Then we'll open up a bunch of packs. We'll explode one of them now. Inscription of Insight. Kicker 4. Choose one if the spell is kicked. Choose any number instead. Return up to 2 target creatures to their hands. Scry 2. Draw 2. Target player creates an XX illusion creature or X number of cards in their hand. Eh. If this was an instant, it'd be really good. Sorcery speed. Alright. I'll give this a go. Play another game. Alright. Here we go. So like I said, we drafted earlier. Did decent. So we're looking for a blue source. It's fly. Each other rogue creature you control enters the battlefield with additional 1/1 counter. Whenever creature you control with a 1/1 counter deals combat damage to a player, that player discards a card. Well, that is pretty darn good. Explore. Alright. Get smashed in the face for 3. Alright, well I guess we're not sultai. and we are just golgari. Remember, like, when Golgari Adventure was considered powerful? There's our blue source. Q. Well, that's mighty fine, sir. Alright, we keep on missing. I'm gonna have to just blow this up. Odd. Staying alive. Staying alive. Alright, well they're at 18 life. I don't know why they quit. Okay. Get rid of that. Yeah, it looks like he wants to drop down a lot of rogues. So we can board these out and put in Shift and Ceratops, or just keep it.
Why so serious?
All right. Alright, 2 cultivates, 1 hydroid colossus. Let's get it done. Let's do it. Alright, this quits. I guess we'll play one more match, because that was just pretty quick. And honestly, I don't blame them for quitting. Like, our deck is kind of a little bit broken, but it's not even the... It's like maybe the 5th or 6th best... I don't even know if it's like the 5th or 6th best deck in Historic. It's probably neither. So the question is...
Why so serious? Let's put a smile on that face.
Like, are you just going to leave that Joker on the screen until we get a match? Alright, so we're in the desert. Okay. We got Heartless Act, Cultivate, Nissa. Look at those beautiful lands. I like the unhinged. All joking aside. Mono B. Whenever center's battlefield, draw a card and you lose 1 life. What is that? Vampire. Budget out green. I go with Cultivate because it thins out the deck and it guarantees you your land over a Euro Titan sometimes, so we get the Nissa faster. So he's got Dust, Legion, Zealot. Soren didn't really see a lot of play in Standard. The target creature you control gains Death Touch and Lifelink. If it's a vampire, put a +1/+1 counter on it. And you can read his +1 as -3 abilities. So what he did was just +1 it. Give it lifelink. And 1/1 counter. It's a really good card.
I will protect the virtue of this world. Harness the elements.
Standard became so powerful, it just didn't see play. It's a 3 casting cost. High loyalty Planeswalker. Like M20 was just so good. It had all the ley lines. It had all the Cavaliers of like Thorn, Flames. Decent Planeswalkers like Sorin and Chandra, but they just Cavalier Thorns really saw the play. Alright. Knight of the Evil Legion. You can actually sacrifice a vamp. What's it say? Being an instant, if you gain 3 more life this turn. To the battlefield taps. Oh, okay, I see the little cool combo he's got going on. Gain 3 life. Got it. Unfortunately.
Rise, my elemental friend.
Power without wisdom is the path of the fool. Ah, ghost
Oops,
fire, my greatest creation.
Yeah. Yeah, and our deck is really primed for goblins, the mirror match. Well, not really. There's some decks, we played some sultai decks that were just the mirror match, all counter spells, all hand removal, Narset. Our deck is more, let's play against creatures. Goblins, Jund, because in the sideboard we have Leyland of Sanctity, or excuse me, Leyland of the Void. Literally, if you look at our deck, 2/3 of our sideboard is dedicated just to 2 decks in the format. play one more. This will be the last one. So we played draft, talk about some of the possible bannings coming up till we get a match. We got it.
Why so serious?
Okay. Alright, we go first. Keep it. We got the Triome. Growth Spiral. Go. I start playing John. Great. You're like, hey fella, you're playing with sultai. I have to. There's no choice because of the format. I will use an extinction advantage to kill that cat. Kill that kitty. He's got Witch's Oven. Alright, well that's not gonna work. Alright, so let's use Fable Passage, flush out some land. Go blue. I can't use that because he'll just pop the cat. Alright. Turn. I'm gonna take one. Now, if he pops Midnight Reaper with Cauldron Familiar, we can get rid of the cat. We can kill the kitty.
We will not fail. Behold, nature's true power.
Although he'll probably just steal this. Oh, we're killing that cat. I don't even care. Exile the kitty. That being said, he can have Claim the Firstborn. Snatch it, attack. Yep. We all knew that was going to happen, right?
Do not underestimate my fortitude.
Pop it. Alright, so usually my advice is do not grab a land because they'll always steal it, but he already used one Claim the Firstborn. I can't assume that he'd be blessed with two. Although, let's just face it, they usually are. He brings this back, Gigantha. And we still top deck mana. Top deck city.
Harness the elements.
Oh yeah, brother. Look at Gigantha. I love it when people play with Gigantha. Why not? It's a 5/5 for free. Always sitting there for you. I play that in my Mardu Knights deck. I don't know if he wants to use Priest. Oh. Yeah, that just made life like.
The axiomatic structure of reality
I'll go 3.
is surprisingly flexible.
We do have to sack creature. He can pop this. Use this 2 to gain 3 life. That's what he does.
You are too dangerous to roam free.
The land shall conquer you.
Yeah, Jund you have to play with a special type of way. You have to play Jund. You have to realize that if you bring out Euro Titan, they're gonna snatch it, so don't ever do that. So we're playing versus John. And our sideboard is prepared for that, so we literally wasted an extinction event on a cat. Cauldron. Just one Cauldron familiar. It was worth it though. It paid. It actually, that decision paid off. All right. What do we cut here? I can cut a Hydroid Crosses because they'll just steal it, claim the firstborn. I can take out these, drop in Leyland of the Void, and hopefully when I drop one of these, I don't know. We'll see. Harbinger. But Harbinger has hexproof from black. You need hexproof from red, because claim the firstborn. We'll maul his hand. Alright, so we'll keep it. We'll take down a Fable Passage. Yeah. So we didn't get Leyland of the Void, but the great part about this deck is we can just hard cast it. Thoughtseize. He'll probably take Cultivate, because they just have claim the firstborn for that. Alright. Some more to spark. We'll drop that down. Go with Growth Spiral. Yep. So that Butcher, whenever it dies, deals damage to its power. There's our Leyland. Well, so he has a sack outlet for claim the firstborn, but this is gonna beat us up. Extinction event at the evens. But get rid of that. Get rid of that. Although he could just sacrifice this. When it dies, it deals 3 damage. See, he should have waited until I declared. Because now I just pick odd. Let me drop Leyland into the void. So, if a card would be put to an opponent's graveyard, exile it. Collected Company. So they look at the top 6 cards of the library, put 2 creatures with 3 or less onto the battlefield. So that just happened. Alright. Alright. And we are in trouble. Deep crap. Pop this for 3, gain a life, draw a card. You can easily have claimed the firstborn. Right. Well, hopefully he didn't get kicked off the server. How about picture Omnoth, huh? Look at that beauty. Everybody probably feels like this. Arg. Here's my 2020. What's he gonna do? What is he gonna do? Ooh. I mean, he's got me beat.
Coffee in the big time, yeah. Cup of coffee in the big time, because he'll never get closer than now. I will not.
All right. That's what we feel like. What is that game? And well, I think that's my cue to end it. So anyway, we went over some we played a draft, did pretty well. Cacophony. And we'll get to that card in a second here. There you go. Alright, claim the prize. So, let's see here. We got in our draft. We got Cacophony. Like, was it like 6 out of the 7 matches. But anyway, everybody's 2020 started off like this, right? Yeah, I had to trim my beard for my buddy's funeral. I mean, I say it very casually, but yeah, it was pretty hard on me. But anyway, all of us came out like this. And then now, your fall and winter is going to be like this. Maddening Cacophony. You're going to be grabbing your head with your hoodie on. If you like live in the Midwest or Northeast, putting over your head going, oh my gosh, there's another card banning. Yeah. We came out like Rimrock Knights and we're leaving like Cacophonies. That's the way it is. Standard 2020, baby. Alright, guys. In all seriousness, I will see you later. Feel free to subscribe and also follow. Hello, hello, hello. If you haven't, where the heck have you been? Just literally do it. Do it. Alright, anyway, until next video, I'll see you soon.